Today what we're going to do for our appetizer is a Salmon Bites. It's a 5-ounce portion of salmon, and we take all the dark skin off the bottom and we cut this into 15 pieces. We take this salmon and mix it with buttermilk. Put a little Dukes seasoning salt, and we just mix that up. We batter them in what we call Baja flour. This is a flour that we make with wheat flour, seasonings, and masa flour. So it has half cornmeal and half wheat flour and a lot of different spices. We bread the salmon real lightly in this. After the salmon's breaded, completely coated, we drop it in the fryer just for about 3 minutes. Comes out of the fryer, a little bit more Duke spice. We place it in our wing bowl here. And then on the side, we're going to serve a little honey chipotle sauce. This is a little bit sweet because of the honey. And this is a wasabi cream sauce. Wasabi is a root. It's got a little bite. And these are our Salmon Bites made with Copper River coho salmon. A great appetizer. Today we're going to be making our cherry bib wedge salad. We're using Ben DeGobe's farms, and he hydroponically, organically grows his bib lettuce right down the street. It comes to us with the core still on, so it's still living. We take the core off and we just place right down in the middle of our sandwich plate. And with Yakima Valley fresh cherries, Bing cherries, around the outside, we make a blue cheese dressing at Dukes Chowder House, which is just unbelievably good. It's packed full of buttermilk blue, has a lot of peppers. We ladle it right across the top. We toast our own almonds here. It gives them an extra freshness, an extra bite. And we put almonds across the top of the salad. Buttermilk blue. And the beautiful thing about this is not only is it a delicious blue cheese, but it's also gluten-free. Fresh tomatoes, and then we finish it with bacon. And at Dukes, we don't buy bacon bits, we make them. We make them from a nitrate-free bacon and put it on top. And it's salty from the bacon, you get some crunch from the almonds, some creaminess from the blue cheese, some sweetness from the cherries. And we'll be running this salad at Dukes starting on June 29th until we can't get fresh cherries anymore. What we're preparing right now is our Cherries Everywhere salmon. This is again our idea of focusing on local, organic, natural ingredients. These Bing cherries are from Washington. We're using our Copper River coho salmon that we're just going to broil. So what we do is we take this beautiful fish, put it in a little olive oil, just so it doesn't stick to the broiler, a little Duke seasoning salt, and on the broiler it goes. We take the salmon, and if we move it 1/4 of a turn on the broiler, it'll get that beautiful cross marks on top. For our cherry sauce, these are fresh Washington Bing cherries, and we're just going to sweat those out for just a minute. Add some fresh basil, and then deglaze it with Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier is an orange liqueur, gives it some sweetness, and then we just finish that off with a little butter, and we do that because butter is delicious. We swirl in the butter to finish our butter sauce for our cherries. Kind of take it off the heat, let the butter incorporate into the Grand Marnier and the basil and the fresh cherries. Beautiful. So in building this plate, we put down our organic baby reds, 4 ounces. We top them with the vegetable of the day, which today are local snap peas from Burr Mosby's farm. And we top that mix with our beautiful Copper River coho salmon. And lastly, with our Bing cherry butter sauce and Bing cherry Grand Marnier butter sauce. So flavorful, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of bite, silked out by the butter that we put in there. And we'll do this special as long as the cherries are beautiful. This is again our Alaska halibut from Kodiak, Alaska. It's caught specifically for us by Captain Allen. Beautiful fish. And today we're going to make an avocado mousse halibut with this dish. So we're going to take it, we encrusted the halibut with organic basil and thyme, oregano, rosemary, and parsley, a little bit of spice and seasoning. And we're gonna sear it on our flat top. Just a little bit of oil down. We're gonna cook this to medium until just the translucency is gone. We're gonna put a little halibut mousse, or a little avocado mint radish mousse on there. It's made with avocados, fresh radish, mint leaves, fresh organic lemon juice, olive oil, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, this is beautiful organic radish that we get locally. We're just going to do a quick little dice on it. Now see that beautiful golden brown sear, and the herbs are cooked into the fillet. It's soft, it's still moist. Beautiful piece of halibut. I'm going to lay down our organic baby reds, herb encrusted. Top them with our local fresh seasonal vegetables. Beautiful seared Kodiak Alaska halibut. Avocado mint radish mousse. So light, healthy, perfect for a hot summer day on the deck. Then we just garnish with fresh chopped radish. Give it a little color, a little bit more bite. Very flavorful, fresh Dukes Avocado halibut mousse. Okay, we're going to take Dukes grass-fed, all-natural tenderloin. It's a beautiful cut of meat. Look at that marbling. It's never ever been fed hormones or antibiotics. It's humanely treated, beautiful piece of meat. First off, we'll add some of our Dukes steak seasoning salt, and then off to the broiler we go. To make our mushroom DemiGlace, we start out with olive oil. You can see it's hot. You can test it by putting one thing in there, and if it starts to pop like that, then you know it's ready to go. We're going to put 1 cup of shiitake mushrooms in this olive oil and saute them. When the mushrooms are soft to the touch, just starting to get that golden brown around the edges, we're going to deglaze this pan with a mirepoix base. This is a vegetable base. This will take the flavors of the mushrooms off the bottom of the pan. Then we add our DemiGlace and let that incorporate. This has already been cooked, we're just heating it up at this point. And then at the end, we swirl in a little fresh herb garlic butter, and we do that because we like butter. It's rich, meaty, super flavorful. To get these beautiful diamond marks that you see on your steaks, instead of turning it halfway, which I think is the normal thing to do, if you just take it up and turn it 1/4 of the way, those marks turn out beautifully diamond every time. Our accompaniments for the steak are organic baby red potatoes, our locally grown Burr Mosby snap peas. We're going to add fresh organic herbs to these, tomatoes, pinch of garlic, a little bit of Duke seasoning. The potatoes have been blanched, so we're just basically warming them and giving them a nice golden brown. Veggies we're just lightly sauteing. Keep them super crisp, not soggy. Check our fillets, and what we want to do with every fillet we cook is, and this is a tip for you at home, temperature of the meat thermometer is at the very pin. But what you want to do is put in the coldest part, so the middle of the middle, and get the temperature. See, that's still very raw, rare. We want to bring this up to a beautiful medium rare, which is going to be about 125, so we have a few more minutes. Okay, we're herbing our organic potatoes. Place them in the middle of our logo Dukes plate. On top of that, we're going to put our locally harvested snap peas. And we're going to go test our steak here. Now this steak is a beautiful medium rare. We're going to shingle it onto the top of our potatoes and local vegetables, and our wild mushroom demi sauce right over the top of that. It is so pretty and rich and delicious. It's a steak flavor bomb and good for you. What we're about to make here is Alaska base. It's that sesame oil, olive oil, this is lemongrass, celery salt, sugar in the raw. We're just going to incorporate those ingredients very quickly. This brings out the flavor of the Alaska base. peeled and chopped ginger, that's all this is, pureed. Thai chili sauce, which gives it a little sweetness and spice. Fresh chopped macadamias, that give it a little crunch. Coconut milk. And lastly, fresh squeezed lime juice with lime zest. You stir, bring these up to a hot simmer, let all those flavors come together. And that's our Alaska base for Dukes Thai Macadamia Halibut. Today we're going to make a Thai Macadamia Halibut. We took one of these fillets and marinated it in just a little bit of spice and herbs and olive oil, and we're going to broil this. So we're going to lay our halibut down, mark it, and cook it to medium rare, just until the translucency of this beautiful fish is gone. Our base for the Thai Macadamia Halibut, we're going to use 3 ounces of whatever vegetables that we were featuring that week. Saute some snap peas, a little bit of fresh spinach, a little bit of Duke spice, and sweat that out when you're broiling fish, and then just give it a nice little quarter turn. Our Alaska base that we're going to use has been reducing here for a while. All the flavors are incorporated. We're going to use 6 ounces Alaska base and 3 ounces of vegetable base, a mirepoix base. Deglaze this with our mirepoix. We add in our Alaska, 6 ounces, and we reduce that down until it becomes a very flavorful, beautiful sauce. Flip over our halibut from Kodiak, Alaska. Beautiful. So then we're going to toast off our macadamia nuts just in the oven, give it some freshness. Our Alaska base is reduced down now. You can see it's the right consistency that we want it. Not too thin, not too thick. We have our hot sticky rice. We're going to put in the middle of this plate, beautifully cooked. We're going to put this around our sticky rice. Put our broiled halibut on top of this. And lastly, our toasted macadamia nuts. Give it that crunch and sweetness. And there you have it. Beautiful Thai, Alaska-based macadamia halibut. Okay, we're taking our beautiful Copper River coho fillet. We're going to slice this 5-ounce portion in half. Then what we're going to do with it is take it down. This is our Dukes Blackened seasoning. And it's got a little sugar, cayenne pepper, a lot of paprika, fresh herbs. And it's got a pretty good bite, but it's not the scary kind of blackened seasoning that's going to melt your face off hot. You take that over to the grill in clarified butter, which is just butter with the fat taken out of it so it doesn't burn. We add it to our flat top, and then when we lay the blackened salmon down right into the oil, and it caramelizes that blackened seasoning and sears in the beautiful flavor of this fish. Anyway, what we're going to do, this is a real healthy, spicy, hot preparation. We get our oil smoking hot so our spinach just lightly jumps across it. We're going to add a little crushed red pepper to make this a little bit more angry. Organic basil, which is beautiful organic basil. Organic herb blend, which is rosemary, thyme, and parsley. We're just going to saute that for a minute. We're going to take the pan over to where our Cioppino base is. We're going to add 10 ounces of this beautiful roasted tomato base. Again, very healthy. And 4 ounces of these blanched, beautiful organic baby red potatoes. And we're just going to bring all this up. Our salmon is ready to flip. So you'll see this beautiful blackening on the side that's seared, which seals in the flavor of the fish. We're going to cook this about medium, unless our guests like it in another way. They can order it rare or medium rare or well done if they like. You can see that beautiful red color that comes from the paprika and the chilies that are in there. And it's got a little bite to it, but not overwhelming. Once our angry base has come to a boil and all those flavors are evenly incorporated, we're going to add our goat cheese and just incorporate that, not to melt it, but just to get it incorporated into that sauce. Going to put this Northwest seafood base with cioppino and spice and fresh vegetables and angriness, all in that beautiful pasta bowl. We're going to take that and top this with this beautiful blackened salmon. And then on the blackened salmon, we are going to add Duke's Maiden House almond pesto. And the idea behind adding the pesto is to give it a little bit more freshness. This is made with organic basil, and you can see the nuts inside, garlic, olive oil, just a beautiful pesto. And the idea behind this plate is it's packed full of veggies. The goat cheese kind of mellows out all the spice from the peppers. Very flavorful, healthy, spicy, great for a hot day on the deck at Dukes. That's Dukes Angry Salmon.